cat spit. 40 cal make you do a backflip. You ain't gotta ask where to go to get your back ripped. North side, east side, west side, man. This is Duval County, more where the cat spit.
It is the all-new 90.3 The People's Up. It's your boy Easy 696-2328, man. I am really feeling. I'm getting a lot of teens that are calling me how they feeling about the crime here in Jacksonville and out of vote.
Stay smart, play hard, AR, take charge. They don't talk it out, they spark first like a vote charge. Where these boys go hard, no law in the hood.
I can't even let my daughter go outside
Really?
without hearing about something new.
There is new information on yesterday's shooting in Hemming Plaza.
But it's stuck, you know what I'm saying? It's senseless.
Niggas bust up in your door, run up in your hall, make you lay down on the floor. No pity for them boys, it's a pity for them boys who got caught up in the noise, thinking that they hard body to the shot it made them moist.
The high crime in Jacksonville is just like so ridiculous. It's like killings every day. Someone getting hurt every day. It's just ridiculous. It is a shame.
Residents at the Hilltop apartment complex are recovering after a day of violence.
A lot of problems. Kill, hold up, hair, everything. Every day, every day.
40 cal make you do a backflip. You ain't gotta ask where to go to get your back ripped. North side, east side, west side, gunshots wake me up in the morning. I ain't even gotta set no alarm.
The victim was transported to Shands Hospital where he was pronounced deceased.
Man, I'm tired of thinking crime. There's young people killing people. We need to start killing each other.
Back to our crime alert now. Police are still searching for whoever pulled the trigger in 2 shootings in Jacksonville yesterday.
Just so hard. Mother's Day, first Mother's Day without my baby.
The block gon' lock, so the keys came and police step in, step on it, give it back. Then we make crack dinner on the stove for the junkie and the hoes, and even average Joes or somebody that you know's a victim to the blow.
Some people, when they get ready to shoot, they'll let us know. They'll say, bring your children in the house or something like that. That way they get to the person that they're trying to get to.
It's hard out here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is real out here. These streets ain't safe.
My daughter is only 4 years old, you know, and at this point, it's just like, I don't even want to stay in Jacksonville no more because the crime is sensitive and I'm scared for my daughter.
We don't want to be known as the crime capital of Florida.
North side, east side, west side, man. It's a cold world we living in.
It's the all-new 90.3 to beat my girl Beyonce. All the single ladies like G. Williams stand up 696-2328. And of course, on a serious note, man, Duval, I need you to give me a call right now, 696-2328, because tonight, instead of me doing Lover's Lane, I'm here to talk about the crime, the high crime here in Duval County. All right, hello to Big. You calling about the high crime here in the 904?
I just lost my brother last October, downtown. Who killed my brother, shot him in the head twice.
Did you have anything to add on the PSI?
Your Honor, regarding the PSI, the first thing I'd ask, want corrected is on page number 1 is to count 1 attempted first-degree murder. That is actually, since it's with a firearm, it's actually a life offense as opposed to a first-degree felony.
It seemed like it was a movie when I think back on it, because we were sitting in the car, you know, and I'm just sitting there messing with the radio, talking to my friend, we talking about whatever. And all of a sudden, you know, it's just shots coming, like right behind me. They just ringing out, bow, 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 bow.
Today is to hear from the victim in the case and to hear any mitigation on behalf of the defendant, and that alone.
So, you know, the shots still coming, they're coming, and all of a sudden it's just total quiet. I'm laying there, you know, half in the front seat, half in the back. Didn't know I was hit. And it was like, I called my friend, you know, I was like, you know, Petway, this is his name, Petway. And he didn't answer, so I'm like, man, you know, I wonder if he got hit. You know, I'm thinking he's dead. And, you know, just so happened he got out of the car, you know, thank God he didn't get hit. But I'm sitting there and I'm laying there, you know, thinking like, man, what just happened?
You may have a little hernia just right here, okay, but I don't think it's a big deal.
How would that affect me long term? Is that something to look at when I'm open?
What, your hernia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this will get dropped back inside of you, and through this midline incision that they will make again, we look at everything. We look at your liver, we look at all of your intestines, we look at everything that you can see from this kind of a midline incision. And if you have a hernia that we see, it gets fixed then.
Okay. Everything was just moving really slow. I thought, well, maybe he's not going to shoot me, but I didn't have any money. So what if he did shoot me? What if, you know, I have my gun and he finds my gun and then he shoots me, or, you know, they're not wearing masks or anything. So obviously I'd be able to identify them. So am I going to get shot? I mean, it's just a million things, you know, you think about your family, you know, am I going to be able to go home to my family?
Well, you've got what's called an end colostomy. Meaning this goes to the end of your small bowel,
right.
Okay, and then everything else is kind of cut off from the rest of the world, okay. So put you back the way God intended you. Right.
So at that point, as he was looking at my wallet, I pulled my gun at that point, and he looked back at me like we met eye to eye, and I guess he fired, and I fired 2 rounds, and I hit him in the chest 2 times, and he hit me in my stomach here. And it went through my stomach and through my intestines.
Fortunately for this defendant, Mr. Collier did not die, because I would submit he would be facing the death penalty. And so I believe, on behalf of the state of Florida, that the appropriate punishment is that he be sentenced to life and never be allowed to leave that prison. Because that's the only way we can ensure that he, the defendant, will not go out and commit another violent crime.
I told him to bring my nurse in, just give it to me cut and dry. She told me, you know, you have been shot 14 times and your legs amputated, you know, above the knee, and she's like, you had all these surgeries, you had pneumonia, you're paralyzed from the waist down, and she just, I mean, it was so much, man. And I was like, man, are you serious? For somebody who felt like, you know, because before all this happened, I was in the best shape of my life. You know, I felt invincible, like, you know, I could run and jump and just do everything. I felt so athletic. And for me to be reduced to like, just laying in the hospital bed, it was hard, man. It was real hard. And I was just, I mean, I cried like a baby, because I saw it all just, you know, just go. Everything gone. You know, I knew it wasn't coming back.
What we're going to try to do is avoid going in from the midline. We might have to, but I'm going to try to, it's going to be more stars.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to open it up right here to go in, because the pouch of the bowel that we're going to get to is right there underneath.
Okay.
And we might be able to do it more locally.
I saw pictures afterwards, before the plastic surgery, and it looked like something that you would see from, you know, the Holocaust or whatever. And it was just a huge gaping wound, completely red, and they had to, I guess it's a water jet or a laser or something, that they were just cutting stuff out from the insides.
And you've been through about as big surgery as anyone's ever had, so you know there are risks to this, yes. Right? Even now, there is a possibility of some more bowel damage, of some damage of surrounding organs in there. That's always possible. Bleeding problems, infection problems are there. You can have heart problems.
They gave me an 8% chance to live, which I guess is pretty slim. But they told my wife, my mom, to get prepared that I wasn't going to make it.
It's a work in progress. I remember when I was tore down and broke down, you know, and had God fix me up for His glory. And that's what this house is going to be, for His glory. Every day we get something done, like today we're getting the roof finished. And this is one of our most recent pictures, Gary Peterson. And this month is Williams Flournoy's first year anniversary. And this is the young man that was murdered. He was 16 years old and was murdered. No, he was 14, was murdered by a 17-year-old. On June 23rd was the worst day of my life when I had homicide detective come and tell me my son's body was pulled out of the Rebar River. It's the worst thing a mother can go through. I thought having a baby, I thought I done lost my mom and dad, but it's nothing like losing your child, your own child, something that came out of you. You know, it's devastating. I had to be strong. I had to be strong for other people, not only myself. And the minute that I accepted that, I started reaching out for other people that was going through the same thing. And I didn't have to look for them.
Today is to remind us of a trial and tribulation that we went through 1 year ago, of losing a friend, a father, a brother, a cousin. You know, most of all, our mom's going through it because her son's gone.
Hey, dude, sir.
No, not that close to sister.
Beverly, would you lead us in prayer?
God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
I been going through some rough times right after Trump's death, and everybody kept telling me I was strong. Gotta be strong, gotta be strong for them kids. You gotta be strong. How strong you supposed to be? I had no clue. I'd never lost a son before. They're not supposed to die before you. Somebody gave me Beverly's number and said that if I needed to talk to somebody, that this lady had been through the same thing that I had been through, and that she would talk to me because she understood. I guess it was about 6-something in the morning. I called the number. She answered the phone. It was an angel answering the phone. Oh, God love her.
A special thanks goes to Beverly McLean for helping me be so strong and answering that phone that morning. I didn't know who else to talk to at 6-something in the morning. I was at my wit's end, girl.
They said that Travis had got jumped, and they had shot him point blank in the back of the head. That was the first story. Then we heard that he got hit with a blunt object. Then we heard that he got stabbed in the back of the head with a screwdriver or something multiple times. And they threw him out of the car. And they ran over him. And still, we don't know who all was involved.
And I'll never forget this lady, Jackie Brown. She came and told me, she said, you need to start an organization for these families. And I told her, you know, I don't have the education, you know. I'm just a deli worker. And I just thank God today that he gave me a mind and a vision to want to do what he wanted me to do, you know. It's not about me. It's all about the Lord. And he the one put families, slain children together.
From day one, on the 8th, August the 8th, year 2007, I knew it was something special about her. Her mom had to go through C-section to have a C-section, so after the doctors took her out and handed her right to me, I knew when I looked in her eyes and looked in her face, I knew she was special. Here's a picture here on her 8th birthday. She was very excited about her birthday that day. I'm 8 years old, Grandma, and every time her birthday come around, she'd be so excited. She liked to party and have a good time. She liked to barbecue, to cook out, and loved to dance. She loved to have a good time now. I still have her dress that she wore to my wedding that day. And it was so awesome. She picked the perfect granddad. She said, Grandma, I want granddad to be my real granddaddy forever. She was so excited about it. Don't you know, everything she wanted to accomplish before she left here, she accomplished it. She got us married. Ain't that sweet? An 8-year-old. She got us married. It was just, everything just perfect. We had a pop, pop, popping sound. Till the bullets went all through the sink, the ceiling. I mean, all just surrounded and just let it go. My husband lifted her shirt up, and she had a bullet hole in her. That's sad. She was drowning off her blood, but she was holding on Granddad's arm and trying to grab on my arm too. And she was trying to say something, but she couldn't get out. I guess she was drowning off, choking off her blood. The lady stayed next door to me as a nurse. I ran out the house to get some help, to get the lady from the nurse. The lady from next door, she came over to the house, tried to run the nurse. She said, it's going. About time they got the ambulance there, I was telling them, I said, y'all hurry, please hurry. She got a pulse, please hurry. It's just too late. When they took that gurney, they took the gurney in the house, but they didn't break it back out. It was all done, it was all over.
The beat, are you calling about the crime here in Jacksonville?
Yeah, man.
How old are you, man?
Around 15, about to turn 16.
Wow, you're 15 years old. I'm getting a lot of teens that's calling me, man. That's really... Ooh.
Yeah, man. It's just, it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, it might be all cool, like everybody, you know, drugs, violence and stuff. I mean, it's not cool. Like, we're killing ourselves. And, I mean, I just hate to see what it's going to look like when we're all, like, around 20, 30 years old.
Exactly.
Like, you know, everybody going to be either dead, in jail, coked up, or something like this, or on drugs. You know, it's horrible.
I'm from the projects. I'm from the Duval projects. I'm from the Duval projects. I'm from the Duval projects.
Yeah, the first time I just got out of juvenile, and I was just happy to get out, chilling with my friends, my family, talking. And next thing you see, I just seen the car coming by and just they start shooting.
And then I was watching the boys the whole time they was riding past. And then when I was watching them riding past, that's when I seen the boy pull out a gun and he began shooting. And when he began shooting, I just thought to fall to the ground. That's why I don't know how I got shot in my foot.
Yeah, the second time I was just chilling by the stove with my friends early Sunday morning. We was just talking about the day, how Saturday night was. And I just seen the car ride by and start shooting.
Some people have actually got shot out here when, like, cause a bullet ain't got no name. I mean, a lot of people done got shot out here just by somebody else trying to shoot somebody else.
I got hit in the shoulder from here and on down with a bird shot. Yeah, that's the recent one. I just got shot in my knee right here, and it just went through.
I know about 2 people that had got shot around the neighborhood. My baby's father's brothers, because they got shot at before. And one of his brothers got shot 3 times, and the other one got shot once.
Violence find everybody in life, feel me? Whether you're a Christian or anybody, people, it just happens. That's a part of life. You gotta live this life to know how this life is. It all depends on the situation, cause you don't know. You got motherfuckers walking around with guns, you know what I'm talking about, knives, all kind of weapons, all kind of shit. That ain't me no more. You know what, yeah, I used to be that nigga too, but that ain't me. That ain't living, you know what I'm talking about?
Like my friend, he got shot 8 times for his homeboy.
I deal with it in like some odd ways. Either I listen to music or I put my head around and think about, see stuff like that, firecrackers, it like really scare me.
I got a old lady in the organization, lost her son, Roosevelt Clark, many years ago. That mother's heart is still bleeding for her son. A lady, Sarah, her daughter was killed 14 years ago, 7 years ago, it don't matter. Was there any counseling for these people? Was there any help for them? This is what we do. We go out and get resources to help these families. This is what families of slain children are about. 2 and 3.